going on, guys? Proof here, and today I'm going to bring you the first episode of a new series that I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to call it Cold Hard Proof. Puns. And I don't know exactly what the idea behind it is going to be, but I want to say it's going to be more like looking at certain features of some decks that interest me or which interests you if you like what I'm doing here. And the way it came about is that, as you guys know, that I'm a Spike Brothers main, and whenever it comes to the big combo plays like Bloody and Dragger, now the new Rising Nova Miracle Ace stuff, I like to put charts together just to see the amount of guard that somebody would have to do to be able to survive under a certain optimal condition. And you may see my charts before on North America Car 5 Vanguard page, and I want to put that more into a video form into the way that people can see or put the cards with the numbers that I chart up and put on to the North America page. And so that's where this idea came about. And if you guys like it, please leave me a like, subscribe for more content. Speaking of subscribers, I just want to give everybody a big thank you because as of yesterday or a couple days ago, I finally hit 100 subscribers, which is huge for me because I know I had a brief hiatus away for some personal stuff, if you guys had seen that, and I lost my mojo per se for recording. And for those that stuck around and for those that came on board later, I just want to give you guys a big thank you for that. And so with that, I'm going to hop into it, and it's not going to be more like a whole big deck profile. I just want to give a quick overview of the new deck, the new version of the deck, and then I'm going to go pause it for a bit and set up the scenario and hop right into that. And so this is a more G-based version of Rising Nova. So you have 4 Rising Nova, no Bat and Dragger in this. I know that's weird, right? 2 Dob, 2 Hive Maker. And then for the strides, 4 Miracle Ace. May play 2, but he also enables Picaro against the matchups such as Kagura, which is pretty important to me. 2 Damfear Lily. 1 Picaro, maybe 2 in the future, we'll see. And 1 Flash Bruce. And then the idea is to accumulate as many charge units as you can while amassing soul, which you'll see in a little bit. We got the Miseries, we got the Heaves, we got Cobalt Impulse. I'm going to flip these numbers because Cobalt Impulse is very important for the middle part of the game. 1 Chemist / Bracky, depending on if we get it or not. 4 Millie, because Charge PG. 4 Frog. 2 Mood Maker, Cat Ball Player. Acrobat Verity, 3 of the 3Ds. Mecha Trainer, of course, the boy. Then we got Heals, testing out 6 draw, 6 crit. We'll see how it goes. And with that, I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to hop into the scenario. Alright, I got the scenario set up. And when I make these kooky scenarios, I like to set it up with the idea that my opponent is at 5 damage, and they have to guard every single attack to try to live, of course, but they don't have a PG in hand, just to try and get the idea of the maximum value that that the combo can produce. Oh, forgot a part here. Open extra, strode her first. Alright, and so for this combo, the idea is to get off as many attacks as you can with charge while buffing up Frog Raider to be an obscene power level. And so this is just one way to go about it, like, because you never know what your hand is exactly going to be. But to do this, you need 4 charge units because you're going to have to call 3 from hand. And at some point in time, you want to have Hive Master either come out from deck or have it in your hand already. And you need 4 counterblast total for this full combo, which is possible thanks to unflipping because of Silence Joker and general healing and stuff like that. You can adjust it if you have 3 unflip damage because you can just eliminate either the Misery part or the Hive Master part, preferably the Hive Master part, because Misery, being able to call out a unit for you, is paramount for you. And so what you also need is to have a semblance of soul. Like, you ride up, which gives you 2 soul, And then Rising Nova's stride bearer ability, stride break ability, whichever you want to call it, puts a card from my hand to the soul for me to search out a unit. And Misery does the exact same thing. So going into your second stride turn, it's not uncommon to have 4 cards in soul. And to pull off this particular combo, you need at least 6 cards in soul. 7 if you replace the part with Lyre Lips here with Bracky or Devil Damn Chemist, because Soul Blasted 1 will still leave you with 6 in soul total, which is dandy. And so what you want to do here is that you want to stride into Miracle Ace. You want to counterblast 1. You want to activate his act ability, which says whenever a unit goes back into the deck during this turn, give one of your other units +5. And more likely than not, you're going to be charging up Frog Raider. At some point in time, if your opponent's damage is high, you want to pass 1 over to Misery, because she'll hit for 21 versus hitting for 16, which could be the difference between them blocking and being able to survive an extra hit and hope for a heal trigger. Or they have to take the hit, and then the heal trigger is wasted because you're going to have a high-powered Frog Raider column over here. Excuse me. Sorry if I sound groggy. It's like early morning and I'm tired. And I'm getting ready for work in a little bit. But, so from there, it's going to be a string of attacks coming through, mostly going all cards in hand and then Misery to finish it off. So the first attack is going to be putting Lyre Lips here, because this makes 11,000 on most Vanguards, because cross rides aren't a thing except for the pseudo versions, or like, yeah, Deli Jessica, she counts too, things like that. And you want to, just so it adds the power, you want to attack here for 11 to your opponent's Vanguard, and it's going to stay there because when you attack with your Vanguard, because Rising Nova, you're going to absorb this here and then call another unit on top of it. So Vanguard attacks, you put Lyre Lips into the soul, he'll get +5, and then you're going to draw a card, and then activate Rising Nova's ability, which is going to be Counterblast 1, put into the soul, search your deck for a unit, and ideally you want to have another Dob or Dobe in here, wherever I can find it, unless I took them all out. Oh, there's one. And you want to call him here, and then Frog Raider stands because you have a Rising Nova or a Horizon as your Vanguard. And Dobe, you're going to hear a lot of dings going up because of CFA. I might pause that. Yeah, let's mute that. Let's mute that. Or cut it down really low. And so with that, you get the drive checks now. Another charge unit. And so you may not have this big of a hand, but just to get the idea, because you can always grab more charge units off your triple drive, which can feed into Rising Nova. And then you're going to attack here, do your stuff. He goes back. Now Rising Nova or Miracle Ace's GB3 kicks in, and you're going to get Frog +5. And then from here, you do Miracle Ace's, I'm sorry, the axe skill activate to get Frog +5. Then you do Miracle Ace's GB3 to call out another charge unit, and Frog Raider restands. And so this is going to continue on. You attack here, and now 21 jumps back. The axe skill activates. You give Frog 5 more. Now he's a 1700 booster. GB3. And then call a unit from hand. And then this gets +10 here. And so, as you can see, it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And these last 2 counter blasts come in because you're going to soul blast 2 more, giving Frog +5 on the way out. And you're going to call out Hive Maker. Hive Maker has a CB1, Counterblast 1, which says when this unit goes back to the deck, you Counterblast 1 and call out a unit from your hand, which enables charge units to restand again. And so you attack here, bounces back to the deck, give Frog or Misery. You probably give Misery 1, so she can attack for a good number. You use Hive Master, call out Dobe, and then Dobe is going to attack for the world again. You can always save Dobe for last just because the bigger attack, but he's going to be big as it is, which you can pass over one of the other high powered attacks to one of your lower powered rear guards. Then this attack now it's going to be like 46, 48. My apologies. I mean to disrespect you, Dobe. And then this goes back. And then give Frog another boost. And then from here, you can attack with Misery, do her skill to put a unit in, and then call a unit back out. And then Dobe gets another 15, and then 5 more from Misery, so that's plus 20. No, plus 15, plus 15. Plus 15 here, and then this is going to be 53. And that's how the combo works. You use up a fair bit of resources, but if your idea is to end the game, you're going to just throw it all on the board. So we had 1 Dobe. Let's see, open deck. We had a Hive Master. We had Liar Lips attack. Had Cobalt attack. We had Wheeze attack. And then there was another Dobe in there from being searched out. So that's Liar Lips 1, call out Dobe 2, call out 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 7, 8. I think when I did it, it came out to about 9 attacks. When I did the chart, I may have missed one along the way. Let's see. Whoa. I wish I could get that thing up that high. So Liar Lips attack, and then Vanguard attack, that's 2. You call out a Dobe. Dobe attack, that's 3. GB3 for 4, 5, and 6. Hive Master for 7. Misery for 8. 9 attacks in there. I'm sure I missed one along the way. But that's how the combo goes. I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to put up the chart that I use or I generate when I make these things, just to give you guys the numbers to go along with the imagery of the video here. So give me a minute with that. I'll be back real quick with that. Alright, here's the chart that I was talking about. And I realized that I kept calling Hive Maker Hive Master. So sorry about that if you guys were like screaming at me being like, it's Hive Maker, it's Hive Maker. And so I realized where I kind of made a flub in the last part, because I missed one of the charge attacks, I believe. And so the idea is that you go Liar Lips first, or insert Bracky or Chemist here. Then you go with your Vanguard to call out a charge unit. If it's Dobe, it's Dobe. You attack with Dobe. Then you do your Miracle Ace CB or Soul Blast 2 to call a charge unit from your hand. Give Frog Raider plus 5, and then you restand your Frog. Now here in this example, I put Mood Maker in here, just thinking about highest power level possible, but you can adjust it here for some of your other cards, some of the other charge units like Heave or Cobalt, like I did in the previous part. You attack with this charge unit, Soul Blast 2, and then give Frog Raider plus 9 or plus 5, and then call out a charge unit, and then it gets plus 5. And then you go with the Cobalt, which would be the second charge unit from your hand. You do the same thing. Then you go with the third charge unit from your hand, which would be Hive Maker. And then you do the same thing. You use Hive Maker's Counterblast 1, because now you're out of soul at this point. Once you go with Moon Maker into Cobalt into Hive Maker, you're out of Soul Blast. So you go Counterblast 1, put call unit from your hand, which would be your last charge unit, which would be your 4th guy. And then Frog gets another plus 5. And then you attack with Misery after you attack with your last charge unit to call out Dobe, hand permitting. And of course you'll adjust it from there. So You get 9 total attacks, provided you have either 3 charge units in your hand and then call out Hive Maker, or you have 4 charge units in your hand with Hive Maker, because you have to adjust it from there. You got to be adaptable when you're playing Spark Brothers. And all this here came out to a grand total of about 2,400, or sorry, 240,000 in shield value, which is 24 cards, provided they're all 10Ks, which is not possible. And so from there, you can extrapolate backwards, being like every card is, or every attack can cost you about 2 to 3 cards in hand. So it gives you a rough idea of how much you need to be able to take your opponent out from their current damage level. And so it's very combo-y. It needs a lot of moving pieces and a lot of pieces to come together for you. But since a lot of stuff has charge, as long as you can land a Frog Raider on the field successfully, you can have any charge unit in your hand and be able to pull off the combo and being able to attack with increasing power every time. And so that's the first episode. I know it may be a little rough, but it's going to get better with time. It's going to be like fine wine. And so hope you guys enjoy. Be on the lookout for more of this. I may do a part 2 on the Bloody End combo, because people still play Bloody End because it's still good. This is just Miracle Ace is just another version of Spikes, another option to go to if you don't want to play Bloody End. But Bloody End is still really good, and chances are a strong chance I'm gonna do a part 2 covering the Bloody End combo, which you'll see isn't nearly as hand dependent as the Miracle Ace combo is, even though I currently enjoy Miracle Ace a lot. Till next time, guys, peace. Thank you again for 100 subscribers. Share with your friends, tell your friends to tell their friends, and then let's see how big we can get this going. Alright, guys, peace.